Off that with Mitch. You guys are halfway through your season. What are your goals for the second half of the year?
Yeah, to improve, to be better than we were in the first half of the season. I mean, that shouldn't be that difficult, but we'll see.
And you did get your first CCAA point coming off a tie. What are you telling your team to build on that?
You know, it's not like we're doing everything horribly wrong and we can't figure anything out. I mean, we're working really hard, as Mitch mentioned, particularly in the last game. And we're doing a lot of things right. We're just a little bit unlucky, and we're having a few things bounce the wrong direction for us. So all we can do is keep working hard and keep pushing to try to move ourselves in the right direction and hopefully get a little bit of luck here and there. Yeah, all we can do is keep working.
Is it more of a challenge when you're feeling like you're unlucky, whereas maybe the team's not competing? You know, you're not getting the bounces, but the team's not competing. Which one's harder of a challenge to keep the team going in the right direction?
I think obviously if you're a long ways away from where you want to be and how you're playing and your style of play, things are a lot more difficult. I mean, I would be a lot more frustrated if I felt like things, guys weren't doing things we were trying to do, and we were a long ways off. But we're really close. We've been really close in every single game. It just comes down to finding somebody that's going to put the ball in the goal and change a game for us and help turn things around. I mean, literally 2/3 of the games we've lost this year have been one play, 2 plays away from being a positive result for us, and either because of luck or bad plays on our part or good plays on the opponent's part, things have gone the wrong direction for us. So we feel like we're really close. We just got to keep plugging away at it, and hopefully things will start moving in our direction.
You say you're teetering on that line. You've only scored 6 goals this season. What are you doing to get your team to put the ball in the back of the net?
We train it every day. We're working on it every day. I mean, I think at this point, I think the guys are a little bit putting too much pressure on themselves. I think we just need to, dial it back a little bit from that. We can want it all we want, and push it all we want, but I think at a certain point you kind of get a little too deep into that, and I think it ends up putting more pressure on them. So, for us right now, we're not stressing over it. We're trying to relax a little bit and try to let it flow a little bit more, and hopefully a little less pressure and a little less stress will help us in that direction.
And how dangerous can your team be, being at the point that it is in season, when you're going up against a team that's number 3 in the conference, number 4? You guys have nothing to lose.
Exactly. I mean, we've competed with some of the top teams in our conference. We know we can play against anybody. It's just trying to find a way to get a result. We're not afraid of anybody. It's not a case that we're out there because we're 1-8-1 and thinking, oh, we're not good enough. We know we're good enough. We know we're good enough to compete with anybody. We just got to figure out a way to get a result.
Coach, how do you keep guys focused just in the fact that you guys had high expectations going into the year and you put yourself behind the 8 ball so much? How do you keep focused and keep the guys on task so it's about finishing strong and not riding out the season?
I don't think we have any issues with that. I think all the guys are very, very passionate about trying to turn it around. I mean, nobody, is sitting here at 1-8-1 and mailing it in thinking, we're not going to win another game. The guys are still, putting in the hard work and they're fighting for it. So I mean, it's not a hard thing to keep them on task. They're competitive. They want to win. They want to compete. They know we're better than our results show. So it's not an issue. We don't have a problem, working hard.
How much better is it playing at home opposed to being on the road?
Feels like we've been on the road all season. It is great to be home, sleeping in our own beds and competing in front of our own fans. So, we'll see. I mean, obviously it would be great to get a win on Friday in front of our fans and show everybody what we're capable of doing, but not being on the road is a great feeling right now.
Women's soccer and football all taking on an opponent for the first time this week. What goes into playing a team for the first time and make sure you're prepared, and I don't know, maybe the difficulties or what goes into that?
We scout, and we know who these teams are. We've seen them play. We know what they're about. So there's very few times in our season that we play an opponent more than once. So it's kind of something that we deal with every week. But we're looking forward to it. It's a team that we know what to expect from them. They're a very good team. They're obviously 3rd in our conference, so they're doing a lot of things right. So it's going to be a difficult match, but it's not a surprise. There's not going to be any tricks or difficulties to face. It's pretty straightforward. We know who they are. They know who we are. It's going to be a tough game. It's just going to come down to the teams that execute and get the job done.